Hey guys, it's TheGameFace here and welcome back to episode 12 of my Manchester City career mode, and today we do have a big game actually against Stoke. Now for those of you who have not been watching the series throughout, I have just recently joined from Stoke City, so I'm playing my old club basically, who are currently second in the league. They've dropped a few one place since I left. I was top of the league and then I left in January. So we are going to have to try and get a win here, because otherwise I've lost to my old club and we've got better players here. So we do need to try and get a win. This is the team I'm going to be going for. On the bench I do have Aguero because he has actually just come back from injury. He's now in training but he's not fully fit, so I didn't risk him. Company doesn't start because his energy is slightly lower, and that's a similar reason for the other players that you will be able to see missing. I've moved Yaya just in behind Aubameyang, and hopefully we can get a decent win here against my old club. Let's see how we get on. There's going to be so many familiar faces here. I'm assuming they've not signed anybody else, so it's going to be a very interesting game against playing some of the players that I've actually bought. I know the weaknesses, I also know the strengths as well, such as their height. It's such a crucial part of their game, Stoke, so we are going to have to try and cope with that somehow. They've also got Kyle Walker playing in this game, another one of my signings. So we're going to have to see how we get on, really. I'm hoping that the signings I've made are good enough to kind of counteract the ones that I made at Stoke City. Let's get on with the game and see how we get on. Let's hope this guy doesn't score against me. I am playing Danny Ings on the right hand side. That's partly because I realised it is my old club, so I expected Kolarov to play. And Danny Ings has got a lot more pace than Kolarov, so it's kind of a tactical thought really, that one, and hopefully it works. We'll have to see throughout this game. Juve's just hit the bar with that cross, and that's really where they are strong. That height there with Juve, we're going to have to make sure we somehow prevent the crosses getting in, because it's going to be extremely tricky if we don't do that. Ings gets past Kolarov, just puts the cross in. Aubameyang's in there. Oh, nearly looped over Sorensen. And that was a very good header from Aubameyang and a decent cross from Danny Ings. What's happening here? I'm not really too sure, to be honest, what's just happened. What is he doing? What sort of acting's that? I think he's injured, but that was very dramatic and sudden. Oh my god, what was that from Danny Ings? I am going to have to take him off. I don't really know what's happened, to be honest, but looks like a shoulder injury of some sort. We are going to take him off. It's a shame, he started off quite well. We are going to put Navas on though, and we do have Aguero to bring on if we do need that. But yeah, strange start that one. I don't really know what happened, but Ings was doing pretty well. Navas gets past Kolarov and couldn't quite find the cross. We are going to do a short corner here because we're obviously not going to win a corner played into the box normally. Can we do anything from this? Onto Tweedy's left foot, and that is really poor. It's a shame there wasn't a better person on the edge of the box to take that shot. Aubameyang has managed to get past the defenders. Aubameyang shoots 1-0 past Sorensen, who, to be honest, we should really be scoring quite a few against because he's not a very good keeper. We obviously have Begovic as... Oh no, do we have Begovic? I think we sold him actually, didn't we? What happened to Begovic? I think what we actually did with Begovic was we kept him at the club just, but they're obviously just not playing him for some reason. I'm not really too sure why. But anyway, Sorensen has let that one in, and we are now winning 1-0. And that is it for the first half. Like I say, we are still winning 1-0. We just managed to get that goal right before the half-time whistle went. And yeah, we're going to see whether we can try and get another goal going into the second half. We might have to bring on Aguero at some point if we don't get the goal. And yeah, I think that's going to be it. We're not going to make any changes. And like I say, see whether we can get a goal. Yaya Touré's turn now. He's managed to get past the defence. Yaya Touré, 2-0, fantastic finish, and that is why I like playing him in that centre attacking position, just behind the striker. A brilliant run. That's the sort of run that we saw a couple of years ago from Yaya Touré, and a brilliant finish as well, 2-0. We are going to make a few changes. We're going to bring on Aguero, and we're going to take off De Bruyne, I think. So we'll stick Aubameyang on the right, Navas on the left, and that is what we are going to do, I think. So take off De Bruyne, kept Yaya Touré just behind Aguero, Navas over to the left. Hopefully that's going to work. And we are also going to take off Fernandinho and bring on Khedira. And then the next change we'll make is bring on David Silva and probably taking off Yaya or Aubameyang. Aguero's running through. Still going. Sergio Aguero, 3-0. Finishes it off. He's only been on the pitch 5 minutes. And that's 3-0. It's a thrashing now against my old club, Stoke. Decent run again. The centre-backs weren't particularly quick enough or able to get anywhere near Aguero. And he slots at home. Similar to the Yaya Toure goal against Sorensen. Didn't really do too much. Yaya Toure again running his way through the defence. Still going. Gonna cut inside this time. Yaya Toure, 4-0. Brilliant finish from him. I definitely prefer him playing centre attacking mid. Wins back the ball and does some very good runs in that position. Like I say, we are unable to obviously bring on a third substitution, or well, it would actually be a fourth because I completely forgot about Danny Ings having to be subbed earlier on. So we just have to stick with the team that we've got now for the last 8 minutes, which is absolutely fine because they're obviously playing quite well, and it's now 4-0. And that is it, we have won 4-0, a very good result, the best performance we've actually had so far since joining Man.City. So I am very happy with that. We've got a good performance, and I'm probably going to keep the team roughly the same going into the next game, which I think is Chelsea. I think it's Chelsea then Newcastle, or it might be the other way around, but I'm pretty sure it's Chelsea anyway. And again, it's good to have these big games because we are wanting to move further up the table, so if we beat teams above us, then we'll obviously move up a bit further. Bad news, Danny Ings has got a broken elbow and will be out for 2 months, so that's one of the reasons why I've got a lot of squad depth. That's absolutely fine that Ings is out. However, 2 months is going to be pretty much most of the season now, so it'll have to be Bonnie on the bench and Bonnie being brought on when I need him. Let's have a look, press conference, we also don't need to do that. And we do have the Chelsea game now to look forward to, so we are going to play this game and we are going to change the team round. I'll be back in a minute once I have changed it. Okay, so this is the team I'm going to be using. It has been changed slightly. Company comes back into the team. Montoya replaces Dani Alves. Khedira comes into the midfield along with Matuidi. And Silva plays at left mid, De Bruyne at right mid, Yaya Toure at centre attacking mid, and Aguero in front of him. So that means the bench changes as well. Aubameyang starts on the bench for now. Lampard comes onto the bench and will hopefully feature. And that means that Bonnie doesn't get onto the bench. Same with Cresswell and Alvarez Balanta. So let's see how we get on. Hopefully we can get another one against Chelsea. And I think that would move us further up the league. I'm assuming it would. But I think we might be a few points actually behind the team above us. Yeah, so it actually wouldn't move us up at all if we were to win this. Hopefully Arsenal slip up and we can move a bit nearer to being able to move up a position. Because obviously there's a bit of a gap between us and Arsenal. So we need to try and close that. But let's see whether we can get the win first. Here we go, away at Stamford Bridge. And Petr Cech does start. We can see John Terry in there, Hazard, Oscar, Costa I think we just saw there as well. Along with, I think it was Zumba, I might have just seen. There it is, yeah, Ivanovic. Ramirez starts. So we do have a bit of a chance I think here. Benzema's on the bench, which is always good. And along with Fabregas and Courtois. So a slightly changed team. Hopefully we can capitalise on that and try and get a win from this game. Aguero cuts inside. Still Aguero is going to shoot. Oh, tackled by Zuma again. He's so good in that defence. I've noticed that John Terry and him have changed sides. I don't know if that's because we've been putting them under a lot of pressure on that side or not. And that's it for the first half as well. We are still drawing 0-0. Not being the best of halves score-wise, but we have played quite well. So I'm fairly happy with how we've done so far. I'm tempted to bring on Aubameyang to try and exploit John Terry's lack of pace, but I'm going to leave it as we are at the moment and see whether we can try and get an early goal in the second half. Khedira's got forward here. Into Aguero nearly. We're going to have to make some changes, I think. It's not quite working out going into the second half. So we're going to bring Yaya Toure back into CDM and we're going to take Khedira off because he's not quite fast enough for us. So Aguero is going to drop a bit further behind the striker, who's going to be Aubameyang, and Lampard's going to come off. Come on, and Matuidi is going to come off. Hopefully, that's going to be okay. I'm thinking maybe to bring on Navas as well and take off David Silva, which I'm going to do, and then swap De Bruyne and Navas round. Yeah. Can he find Aubameyang? He has done. This is brilliant. Can he get past Cech now? No, he can't. And Aubameyang again. Yes, he does. 1-0. That's what he's there for. He beat John Terry with his pace. And exactly what I was after, just moments after coming on. Probably his first touch, really. And that was his first shot anyway. And he did manage to score it. Brilliant stuff. We're winning 1-0 against Chelsea. and this is starting to be a very good last few games for us here. Get a bit lucky with the fact that it bounces over check, but that'll do, and we are winning 1-0. Oh no, Benzema! Oh no, it's 1-1. Where did that come from? Alaba, I think. No, it wasn't Alaba, it was Montoya, I think, with the awful attempt at headering the ball. Got nowhere near it, bounced over him, and we've now got 8 minutes to find ourselves a goal. It's going to be tough. I'm going to watch it again back on the replay, and you can just see with this little chip ball from Willian Montoya, I don't know what he's doing there, absolutely dreadful. Probably should have done a lot better. And we've now got to find a goal in 8 minutes, otherwise we've potentially moved further behind Arsenal, which is not what we need. Aubameyang still going. Oh, Ramirez tackled him. We've got free kick. Brilliant. Oh my god, we need something special now. This is so much pressure. We've got to score with Yaya Toure. I didn't think it was a free kick, to be honest, but we'll take it. Hopefully Yaya can produce something brilliant here. Please get us a goal, Yaya. Oh my god. Absolutely messed that up. The last kick of the game. What on earth was that? It finishes 1-1, and we probably should have won that game, really. We played well enough to have won the game. Chelsea were just very lucky. And yeah, a bit disappointed about that one, but I suppose against Chelsea it's not a bad result. We are looking to pretty much win every single game of the season that's remaining, so it's going to be tough, but I think we still do have a chance of winning the title, but like I say, it's going to be extremely tough, especially after drawing that game. Okay, we've got Newcastle at home now. Even though they are above us in the table, I'm going to sim this game because it is at home, so we should be able to win it, and I'm going to change the team around slightly. I'm just going to go for the starting 11 that is the best, so I'm pretty much just going to put out all the usuals. Aubameyang is going to go on the right though because he's in very good form at the moment. I am tempted to put Bonnie up front because of Aguero's lack of energy, but I'm just going to go for it because I think we should be okay. And let's see, who do I put on the bench? We'll take Lampard off and we'll put Khedira on the bench for now, and I think that's everyone that I want to include in the team. Okay, here we go, simming it, and Newcastle have actually only got 1 point from the possible last 9 in the last 3 games, so we should really win this game, and we have started off very well. Goal from Yaya Toure 12 minutes in, but we're now half an hour into the game. Cabella has been sent off. Aubameyang with the second, Aguero with the third. A very good first half. Going into the second half now. Can we try and get a fourth maybe? We have done. Bonnie's been on the pitch a minute after he got brought on for Aguero. Khedira gets brought on, Matuidi off. Yaya Toure the 5th goal, and this is absolute thrashing at home. And we have won 5-0. What a brilliant result. 2 goals from Yaya Toure. And 1 goal from Bonnie off the bench. Very good stuff against the 10 men of Newcastle. So we are now 1 point behind Newcastle, so that means we are very close to moving up a position. Let's have a look at my emails, and then we'll continue to sim a few more days. Okay, so I've got a few of the players that I was scouting, literally just 2. Xhaka, I think he's called. I was scouting him. He doesn't look too bad, 79 overall, but he is 22, so he's a fairly average player, but a solid player anyway. He might be Fernandinho's replacement, potentially. Let me know what you think about that in the comments. I'll probably do that in the summer if you do think it's a good suggestion. And Fekir I quite like as well. Whether he's a bit too common, I know a lot of people do like him, but I don't know that too many people sign him and not in career mode, so just let me know what you think about him as well. He does have some pretty decent stats by the looks of it. Okay, now I've got a game against Liverpool. Now let's see where they are in the table, the 3rd. So if I can get a win here, I would move up to 6th position, 2 points behind Stoke, who would have a game in hand. So, in fact, they'd have 2 games in hand. So we do really need to try and win this game because it would really benefit us. We are on 42 points, top of the tables on 57. That's Man United, so we do desperately need to win this one. Bonnie's also sent me an email saying that he wants to start this game, which is a bit of a risk against Liverpool. So I'm thinking, do I maybe put him on the bench and then bring him on? I'm not really too sure. I'll come back and show you the team once I've decided on it, and yeah, I'll be back in a minute. Okay, so this is the team I'm going to be using. I have changed the formation round so that it had 2 centre attacking mids for David Silva and De Bruyne to be a little bit more central but still out wide. And we've gone with the 2 strikers, Aubameyang and Aguero up front. Really happy about that because they're both on decent form at the moment. Then I've got Yaya Toure and Matuidi playing the CDM roles. And in defence, I've got Alvarez Balanta making a start. That means that Martinez won't be in the starting 11. And he's partnering Vincent Kompany in defence, and then Montoya on the right-hand side. He replaces Dani Alves. So let's just put Martinez on the bench, and then Dani Alves is already there. And I think that's actually everyone that I want to pick. Bonnie is going to start on the bench. Hopefully, if I remember, I will bring him on at some point in the game if we are winning. And yeah, let's get on with this game. Hopefully we can get a win against Liverpool. I think we probably should, but you never know. We'll have to see how we get on. Okay, we are away at Anfield. Hopefully, with the players that they have put out, we can try and get a win. I don't think they've got too many threats, but I'm not 100% sure of the team. It might be a case of Gerrard and Balotelli causing us some issues here, or it might even be Barini. We'll have to see, because I'm not really too sure from these players. I can't remember playing them with Stoke. I obviously have, I think. But we'll have to see how we get on. Oh, Aguero's being played through here. Sergio Aguero to finish it off. 1-0, and we are 26 minutes in. Fantastic through ball. I'm not really too sure who it was from, to be honest. I'm not 100% sure. We'll see in the replay, hopefully. But brilliant finish there from Sergio Aguero. I think it was Aubameyang that played him through. It's difficult to tell from that replay as well. But a decent finish, and we are winning 1-0. Aubameyang now going to outpace Sacco, hopefully. Cut inside. Aubameyang still going. Aubameyang off the post. Oh, I thought I was going to score that one. Silva to cross it in. Aguero. And out by Jose Enrique, as you'd expect, against Aguero. Silva trying to play in Aguero. He has done. And Skirtle is about to be done by skill. Aguero to shoot. Saved by Mignolet this time. It's just before half time. We do have a corner. Again, we're going to play it short. This time to David Silva. Finds Vincent Kompany. And again, another corner. I do like doing these short ones. I know it's probably not the best to watch, but it's definitely something that just makes me create more chances. Or most of the time it does anyway, not that time. Anyway, Kompany finds Aguero. Can he finesse this one? Saved again by Mignolet. Good save that time. And that is it for the first half. We are winning 1-0 against Liverpool. A very good first half performance, actually. We do deserve a couple more goals. We've hit the post, obviously, with Aubameyang, and Aguero's had one or two more other opportunities. So I am very happy with how we're doing. Hopefully, we are going to try and get a second goal early on, but I'm not going to make any changes just yet. I wouldn't mind a second goal here, because even though we have been completely solid at the back, I think Liverpool might just have one opportunity in them, kind of like Chelsea did, and that would be very frustrating if that did happen. And look at that. Not particularly lucky with some of the opportunities we have had. I am going to make a change, I think, here. We'll have a look who we've got on the bench. We're going to bring on Bonnie just because we kind of have to be honest. Otherwise, he's going to go really mad at us. So I'm going to put him centre attacking mid just because I think he plays okay in there. And I think we're going to leave it just for now. We'll probably bring on Navas at some point. And yeah, we'll see how we get on making that change. Matuidi's found Aubameyang. Back to Matuidi maybe. And Aguero. Not offside. Oh my god. Mignolet with the save. A corner. We are going to play it short. I think if Kompany decides to hurry up. I think it's Kompany anyway. Not really too sure. Yeah, it was. Onto the edge of the box for Matuidi. Over to Alaba. Oh, Aubameyang to Bonnie. Oh, good save again. And it's another corner. This time we're going to hopefully take it short straight away. There we go. Alaba. He's going to put in a cross. Aguero's in there. Out to Yaya Toure. And it's another corner. That's 3 in a row. We're going to play it short to Aguero this time. I like it how it changes each time. Bonnie. And that's... What? That was surely another corner. I am sure that went off. It definitely looks like it did to me. Anyway, we've managed to put in a cross. And this time, Alaba's cross couldn't get anywhere. Aubameyang tries to find David Silva. He's still got it. It's good from David Silva. Cuts inside. Silva to shoot. Saved by Mignolet. And I don't know how many corners we've had now. It seems to be going up every single minute by the looks of it. Kompany tries to find the edge box. And it's Matuidi. Oh, we've scored. Oh, yes. Brilliant strike by Matuidi. Takes a deflection and somehow goes in. We'll have to watch that back on the replay because it was very fluky, let's be honest. I took a heavy touch, I think, or too many touches there. But it went in eventually anyway. We will watch it back on the replay. and have another look at it. Okay, you can see here from the short corner, Company kind of plays it to Aguero by accident, and then Matuidi, I think, hits it against, is it Flanagan's body? I think it, oh no, it's Gerrard's body, and it just trickles past Mignolet. Mignolet was getting there until Gerrard got in the way, and it's now 2-0. Oh, Sturridge is through. Company tries to get there, wipes him out, but Sturridge scores. That could have been a sending off potentially for Company. I think it was Company anyway, with the tackle. It might have been Balanta actually. No, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it's Company. Brilliant strike by Sturridge though on his weaker right foot. And Joe Hart wasn't really going to get to that. It's now 2-1. And that is it. We have won 2-1. A comfortable win in the end, even though Liverpool did start to play a little bit better towards the end of the game. Very good performance. That was what I was after, a performance. Preferably a clean sheet, but you can't have everything. We've got the 3 points. We've got a good performance there. And hopefully we're getting a bit nearer to moving up in the table. In fact, we might have actually moved up to 6th now. We'll have to have a little look. Okay, the next game's against Leicester City. Now, we are actually going to sim this game just because it's at home and it's against Leicester, so we should really win this game. I am going to change the team slightly, but I'll show you as I'm simming the match. Okay, so this is the team I'm going for. Basically, Leicester have lost 2 of the last 3 games, so they're not in the best of form. We should really win this game. Aguero with the first goal in the 12th minute. You can see I have started Khedira this time. Yaya Toure gets a straight red, though, which has not really helped us, actually. This could be an interesting match now going into the second half. Bonny gets brought on, Aubameyang off. Nugent gets brought on, Khedira gets an injury. That's not good, he might have to be brought off himself. Bonny with the second goal, though. Matuidi comes on, Khedira off. Alvarez gets booked, and we win the game 2-0. A fairly easy win, I'd say, even though we were down to 10 men. Bonny and Aguero getting the 2 goals. And that is going to be it for this episode. We are now 5th in the league. Now, that means that we have to rely on Stoke losing, ideally, in their next game. Khedira's out for 7 days, that's not too bad. And Frank Lampard's not happy with his role at the club, so he will hopefully try and change that so it's a little bit better for him. We've got this game against Burnley coming up, and that is going to be it for this episode now. We're not going to play this game against Burnley, and we do have to submit the Ivory Coast team, so I am actually just going to submit it like that without even looking at it. Anyway guys, that is it for this episode. I feel as if I've gone ridiculously over because I've recorded for slightly longer. Hopefully I've condensed it down so it's not a ridiculous length for you guys to watch. If you have gotten to the end of the video, let me know in the comments. I always like to read them and reply. If you have enjoyed this one, please give a like and subscribe. That would be really appreciated. And I'll see you guys for the next episode, which is episode 13. Hopefully we don't get unlucky against Burnley. See you guys next time. Goodbye.